What is up, guys? Welcome to Vintage Genetics. It's been a while, where it's all about classic bodybuilding. And today I just want to show you a little bit of what I'm eating, what I'm training, but also that we moved into our new house. I'll make a separate video about exactly that, but I'll of course show you some things here that are very different from where I used to live. One thing that's very different is I'm looking outside right now and I can actually look at my car. We used to live at an apartment 8 floors up and you have to take an elevator to go down. So for example, if you forgot something from your car, you had to first off leave your own front door, walk to the elevator, which was quite far, then go 8 floors down and wait for the elevator, of course, which takes a while as well, which was very old. And then once you're down, you take something, go to another door, which gives you access to the apartment building, then go to your car and repeat the same process when you want to go back. So that's like 5 to 10 minutes just for a very simple walk outside. So walking outside now is also very easy to do. So that's my car right there, and as you can see, we live in a very new house. So I don't know how they call it in English, but this is literally called new build. No, nieuwbouw. New build, literally translated. So as you can see, those roofs. I can zoom in actually, or can I zoom in? Let me actually see. Yeah, I can zoom in a little bit. So as you can see, those roofs, they're not regular roofs. They're actually made of solar panels. Our roof is the same thing, so that's amazing. But you can see that this is still being constructed. The road, the pavement, our driveway still needs to be done. But the house at least is done, which is very amazing. Okay, now so we also have a much bigger kitchen to work in with more natural lighting. So this is the breakfast. Cream of rice, 130 grams. I put in some regular pink salt, but also some of this low salt that has 66 less sodium, but with iodine and potassium. So it'll balance the sodium potassium out a little bit more. I add that to my rice, my cream of rice, and yeah, that's pretty much it to make sure I get some extra potassium in. And we're going to be adding some ingredients to this, which I'll show you right now. Okay, so we have 2 main components of this meal. This is a cream of rice. I put in some blueberries and 30 grams of dark chocolate. This is the dark chocolate, Power 80% dark chocolate. Calabout, very good, delicious Belgian chocolate brand. So as you can see, it's chocolate callets or chocolate drops, which you can easily put in any meal that you want. Here we have some whey isolate paste, which is actually this one. Now, what you want for this is something that tastes very good, because you're going to be putting it on top of this. The cream of rice itself doesn't really have much flavor, apart from, of course, the blueberries and the chocolate. So this has to carry the flavor, and this does that by a long shot. As you can see, look at that, the chocolate, that peanut butter. Chocolate peanut butter. Now this is the whey isolate by Jacked Factory. Always use this one. Either this one in the cream of rice or the vanilla as a shake. Just tastes incredible. And yeah, I'm going to put this on top of that. But first I'm going to put this in the freezer and this in the fridge, and then go upstairs to do some work first. And here we are, actually upstairs. So this will be my office. As you can hear, there's kind of an echo in here because it hasn't really, this is the only room that hasn't been finished yet, because of course the rest of the house is more important, the living room, the bedrooms, the bathrooms, etc. So this is going to be my office. All the work I'm doing right now, I'm pretty much doing from my laptop downstairs or the office in the gym, but the whole idea of getting a new house was also getting a personal space, personal bigger office, because living in the apartment before, my desk was in the living room, guys. And when you have a baby running around, it's hard to actually record videos, to do a voiceover because he's in the background all the time. And that's also one of the reasons why I can't really post as many videos anymore, because I want to do a clean voiceover. Right now, a little Dexter is with Marley at the gym, actually working out. It's called Mommy Baby Fit. So she's actually giving a class with moms and very young babies to work out together. That's pretty awesome. But it does give me some time to actually work on this room. And one of the things I'm going to work on is this right here. So this is going to be my desk. As you can see, 2 meters and 80 centimeters wide. I'm going to be attaching this to it. So it's going to be a U desk. So that's going to be standing like this. One of these is going to be standing like here. And the other one is going to be standing the same way the other side. And these are all the pillars that need to be used in order to make it. And this right here is actually the, how do you call it? Well, the standard or the prop up for the screen, which you can attach to the back of the desk. And this is quite a complicated process because this is the screen I need to attach to it. So this is a very big wide screen, one of the better ones out there, which gives me a lot of space to have workout plans right there and the macro calendar right here, or emails, and really work 2 windows at the same time. So let's get started. Alrighty, here is the desk, pretty big, as you can see. We also got this rolling, how do you call it, drawer, with drawers in there. It's quite nice. Obviously you can't put it on the brake, so it won't move, but this will be the space I'll be working on. And yeah, this is now going to be for the screen. I'm going to be working on this later today, but first we're going to be heading to the gym. Okay, that was quite the job, doing on your own. Kind of need 2 persons, but anyway, I got it done. Just some final tweaks to get it all straight. But yeah, I at least right now have a desk to start working on. But anyway, now we did some cardio and it's time for the breakfast. And it is right here, guys. Look at the shine, the sheen of that whey paste. Jacked Factory chocolate peanut butter isolate paste on top of cream of rice and the dark chocolate, the blueberries. This is just delicious, high in calories. Check the description down below to see the calories of this meal and the macros, and it is delicious and pretty healthy as well. We're going to enjoy this, and later on we are going to train the legs. Alrighty, we are now here at the gym, 100% fit gym, about to hit the legs, and I just took a pre-workout, and the pre-workout I'm taking is this one right here, the unfinished pre-workout. So this is the unfinished line, which pretty much stands for regardless of how long you've worked out, regardless of what your goals are, you're never truly finished. And what that stands for is that this is simply a lifestyle. And within this lifestyle, you have to make the proper choices. And for me, one of those important choices is every single day I take supplements, such as a pre-workout, and you want the supplements to be of high quality, because just like nutrition, it is literally in your system pretty much 24/7, in the morning, in the afternoon, with meals, before bed, before training, during training, after training. Almost all of those times of the day, you use some kind of supplement to put on top of your nutrition plan to help you with your goals. So my personal choice has been Jacked Factory for almost a year now, ever since I've been working with them, testing out their supplements. This pre-workout, for example, blackberry lemonade. If you can check the scoop size right here, damn, this lens is amazing, man. This lens is amazing. But the scoop size is 30 grams. That means the scoop is big. Usually the scoop size maybe 8 grams, 10 grams, maybe 12. But when it's 30 grams, then you know that they put effort into putting the correct and high enough amounts of ingredients in the supplement, in the pre-workout, that actually clinically work. So those are clinically dosed ingredients, so not 2 grams of citrulline, 6 grams of citrulline. Actually, the amounts that work. But anyway, enough about the pre-workout. The intra-workout, guys, that's going to be the beetroot juice. If you watched my video, you know, 2 of the most important additions you can do to your intra-workout is beetroot juice or pomegranate juice. I'm out of pomegranate juice, unfortunately, so I'm taking beetroot juice very shortly. This adds carbs intra-workout, which is important to make the last set of the day as qualitative as the first set, but also it contains a lot of antioxidants, vitamin C, but most of all, nitric oxide producing compounds, which means that when you're working out, blood is rushing into the muscles, the veins, they will actually expand more. The blood will be able to travel more easily to the muscles, the arteries, the veins. Everything is filled with blood. And wherever blood goes, oxygen goes, nutrition goes, anabolic properties go, and whenever you get a good pump during the workout, you know that muscle is being delivered with quality nutrients and energy and oxygen, etc. Okay guys, here at the gym, I just did some leg curls, which is always the first exercise we're doing at the gym to work on the hamstrings. I'm wearing this Bermuda shorts right here, available on vintagegenetics.com, available in different colors, but perfect for leg days, and also the oversized shirt with the vintage cryptic logo on the front. Anyway, let's go warm up for a few more sets and then go for the working sets, which I'll show you. I'm not going to show you all of the sets of today, just some key pointers of this workout, what I'm doing to make the legs grow. Alrighty, so the first movement is the laying leg curl. As always, I can't even remember when the last workout for the legs has been that I didn't start with a leg curl of one kind. The seated leg curl, the laying leg curl, sometimes the standing leg curl, but I prefer either the seated or the laying leg curl. So this is working set number 1. So I'm not going to show you every single warm-up or every single working set even. This is just to show you the general workout and why I'm doing it in this order. So starting out with this movement, why? Because my hamstrings are a weak point. And when you look at my form when I perform these reps, yes, it isn't 100% clean, but at the same time, in my opinion, there is a balance in between 100% perfect form and very, very sloppy form. You should not be right in the middle, because then your form is still kinda bad. But what you should really look for is the mind-muscle connection and the limiting factor in the lift. The muscle that you're working should always be the limiting factor, and you should get a very, very nice pump in the muscle group. And you should have a very good mind and muscle connection with that muscle group. When all of those boxes are checked, then the form should be good enough for growth. Okay guys, I'm now doing the ATX Belt Squat. Pretty much my favorite squat or leg movement, combat movement of all time. I can do as heavy as I want on this. No lower back strain at all. And trust me, for a tall person, that is ideal. So this is going to be the last warm-up set. As you can see, a rainbow of weights here. So these are 25 kilos, these are 20 kilos, and this is 5. So I add 25 each time. Right now, this is, I think, 290 kilos. That's going to be my final warm-up, about 4 to 5 reps. And after this will be the actual working set. So let me show you the final warm-up and then the working set itself. Okay, so ATX Belt Squat, you're going to put on a belt around your waist, and it's going to be resting on your hip bone. So it has, you gotta get used to that feeling at first. Just like when you're doing a squat for the first time, you gotta get used to the feeling of the bar on your traps, and now the belt pulling on your hips. Attach it to the hook right here. Use these to pull yourself up. This feels quite heavy, but nothing on the lower back. And then very slowly go all the way down to full range of motion. So this is the first warm-up, the last warm-up of the belt squat, as you can see, going down very slowly, going as deep as I possibly can with my anatomy, making sure to get the maximum stretch on the quads, but also the glutes. If you look closely, and if you have experience with this yourself, then this stance, is not quad dominant. It is actually mostly for the glutes. Of course, the quads will always be a very strong component in this lift, which will always be worked, and I'm actually right now having muscle ache in the quads. But if you change up your stance a little bit, so put your feet forward just a bit more, just a bit wider, just go as deep as possible in that stance, and you will target the glutes. And the glutes, those are also a glaring weak point in my physique when I compare myself to the other competitors on the Olympia stage. So that is something I want to change, and this is one of the ways that I aim to change the mass on the glutes. Okay guys, so I just finished the second working set on the belt squat, and what am I doing right now? Walking in between the sets. I'm tired, but this will actually dissipate the lactic acid from the legs and actually help me recover a bit quicker. It's healthy, burns calories, gets blood flowing, and actually gets fresh blood into the muscle again. So usually I just walk around like this, like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, until I feel kind of ready, and then I kind of set up everything and get mentally ready for maybe like a minute or so, and then I get going again. And by the way, if my mouth, my lips, my tongue are a little red, it's the beetroot juice. Remember that. The beetroot powerful juice. Okay, so the walking you just saw me doing, I do this pretty much in between every single set, even though it's a warm-up, even though it's a working set, it doesn't really matter. Most of the sets, I use the time in between to walk around, especially on a leg day. This is very beneficial. As I mentioned in the previous video I uploaded about walking in between sets, you make sure to dissipate the lactic acid, you make sure that there's more blood flow to the muscle, there's more oxygen being delivered to the muscle, and it won't have any negative side effects because you need to rest anyway. And your rest period won't be increased by walking. It might actually be decreased because you're now more efficiently moving and pumping around blood. So that to me is a very great way to use your time in between sets. This next movement is the Smith machine stiff-legged deadlift. And I actually want your help with this one. So, as I mentioned in the beginning, my hamstrings are a weak point, and the laying leg curl or any leg curl, I feel very much in the hamstrings. They're very much the limiting factor, and I feel them very well. Good mind-muscle connection, good pump as well. Barely able to lift my leg up afterwards. But with a stiff leg deadlift, it's my lower back that is bothering me the most. Now, if you look at my form here, I am using the correct form, at least if you look at it from the outside. But what I feel on the inside is simply the lower back building up lactic acid. Yes, I'm drinking enough water. I'm taking taurine. It's not the lower back pump because I'm only getting it, literally only getting it on this movement. So I like to ask you, do you see anything wrong with my form? And do you have any other suggestions for me to use? And I already have been doing unilateral stiff leg deadlifts with a dumbbell, for example, which feel great. But maybe if there's something else that you experience that feels great instead of a heavy stiff leg deadlift, let me know and I'll make a video about it, telling you exactly what I think about it, and it might help some other people as well. The next movement, the unilateral leg extension. You can see me doing this with the left leg first. Why? Because the left leg is weaker. Not necessarily smaller, because actually it has a better quad sweep. But the total mass is a bit less, because I actually tested this multiple times on a DEXA scan, and every single scan shows that the left leg is smaller in mass than the right leg. So I'm starting out with the left leg, going to failure, and then matching those reps with the right leg. I've actually done 2 working sets here. I'm showing you the one, but make sure to go all the way up, just like Tom Plass always used to do, to make sure to contract those quads, because this is the only movement where you can fully contract the quad where it is the heaviest. And that is a very unique thing to the leg extension, so don't skip this movement. And now it is time for the last movement, the calf raise. So this is basically a standing calf raise on the ATX Belt Squat we just did. So my last working set on the belt squat was 290 kilos, which is now the same weight that is still on the belt squat. That's the big benefit of working out in your own gym. When no one is around, you can just leave the weights on, because you know you're going to need them later on in your workout. So my calves, and I have to be honest about this, guys, they have decreased in size because I have neglected them over time. I thought, well, I have big calves. They're never going to shrink as long as I keep working out and I feel them a little bit. Do working sets here and there, they will still remain, but no, that is not what happens. So I'm doing my very best to up the volume and get them back to their prime form and even beyond. And also that will deserve its own video series on vintage genetics. Okay guys, it was like a nice workout. Showed you most of the movements, not all the sets. Well, actually showed you every exercise, but not all of the sets. Took about 1 hour and 45 minutes. And now it's time for the post workout. Okay guys, real quick, looks a lot like breakfast, but this time it's 180 grams of cream of rice, 150 grams of strawberries, and 15 grams of 80% dark chocolate, and 70 grams of whey isolate vanilla flavor by Jacked Factory. And that is it. Check the macros down below in the description, and also the Jacked Factory discount code Wesley for 15% off all of the supplements. But for now, let's enjoy. Alrighty guys, I just woke up, worked some more on the desk upstairs, and my screen is actually up. We'll show you that in the next video. This video was more to just give you an update on my life. Yes, he is very much alive as well. A lot more updates coming in the next video. This is the way I'll be able to post more often, by making vlog type style videos like this. But the dedicated workout videos will also be appearing on the channel as always, and combined with with a combination of full day of eating videos. But for now, let's actually do a weigh-in in the morning. Yes, I'm wearing clothes right now, so subtract the kilo if you want, but I just woke up and I'm completely fasted right now. Okay, scale is right there. Let's stand on it. 127.2, so that will be 126.2 pounds are right here. Look at that. Gotta have a big mirror in the in the bedroom. Jesus, my words right now. My words. Anyway, thank you a lot for watching. Don't forget to check out vintagegenetics.com for example, this old school cut oversized t-shirt and a lot more. And don't forget to check the discount code for Jacked Factory down below as well. And once again, thank you very much for watching. Multiple videos are coming. Workouts, full day of eatings, Q&As, vlog style videos, and informational videos as well. I have a huge list of subjects I want to do. And once that office is completely done, the content will be flooding out into my channel for you to watch. Don't forget to stay golden.